Hi, my name is Stephen Trimble. I'm with Perkins Architecture in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're here in Kingsport to talk about the Dobyns-Benentt High School renovation project, where we're doing a huge addition here. There's about 65,000 square feet in all science and technology related classrooms. So we're here in this building. It's a concrete building, which is pretty unique. It's 3 stories. It's a single loaded corridor that's wrapping around an atrium, this beautiful atrium here that you see in the back of me. And we're about halfway through construction, so you see a lot of stuff in here that's already framed out. You get an indication of where the classrooms are going to be. All the floors are in, the roof is in. We're really happy about that because it was really cold today. And we're just giving a tour and talking to people about the design of the building. One of the things that we really tried to do in this building is make a space that had a lot of light and a lot of transparency. And part of that was because the existing building doesn't have as much daylight and doesn't have nearly as much transparency, and so we wanted to try to do something that was very different. And also give the classrooms a lot of flexibility that they might not have had before, so that they can do a lot of things that they might not even realize are important at this day and age, because the life of the school is much longer than anyone who's working on the project. So one of the things that we did is we made sure that each of the classrooms had a huge amount of natural light that comes into them. So there's glazing along the front facade that usually is from about waist high to about 10 feet in the air. So there's these beautiful views out to Bays Mountain and whatnot. And what we did is we put all the lab classroom, the laboratory casework kind of stuff around the perimeter so that we could do whatever we wanted to with the furniture in the middle of the classrooms. And what that did is give us a tremendous amount of flexibility. So we've got casework that's against the outside wall that has glass above it. And then on the wall between the classroom and the hallway, we've also got a huge window with a bunch of casework on the lower half of it, so that from the outside you can see into the classroom. From the classroom you can see into the hallway and across the atrium and into a classroom on the other side of it. And so we think that's going to be a really cool thing to have that level of transparency. To see the activities in and outside the classroom, to see the collaboration that's happening, to see students working outside the classroom, and some of the areas that we've added onto the hallways for collaboration and group work. That was one of the things that they didn't have in the other space. The other thing that was really cool about this design is it has volume. One of the things in the existing building that there's very few areas of is double or triple height spaces. And so in this one, we wanted to try to do a triple height space, so we have a 3-story atrium that everything kind of goes around. And it's kind of an odd shape. If any of you have seen the building in plan is a giant triangle. And that originally came from the 60-degree angles that are part of the hexagons that make up the shape of the existing building. We played off that geometry to have a 60-degree triangle. So it's a very unique shape for a building, and it's basically symmetrical to each side. And what that allowed us to do is have these bars of classrooms, and then we have these really interesting triangular spaces at the ends where students can collaborate and come and do group work that's not a traditional classroom. And so we're really excited about having this flexibility of having these additional spaces. The other thing is the atrium allows you to have bigger events. You have more areas where you can have students congregating in much, much larger groups for kind of assembly needs, as well as not conventions, but bigger community events can also use this on the weekends and on evenings. So we try to do something that was both great for the students, but that would also be a really positive impact on the community. We also tried to really play up Dobyns-Benentt's very exemplary reputation in the sciences by giving them a really world-class facility that both helps draw talent here as well as recognize the talent that they have, and give those students a lot of new opportunities with the new and more flexible classrooms.